Hey guys, I'm gonna keep it really short. This is a video of me teaching one of my viewers how to play endgames. This is actually really helpful for me as well because it reinforces my learning and my understanding, and particularly the basic fundamentals of the game. Without further ado, enjoy the video. So it's 39 people with half in, half out. They have 6 floppers. That's a pretty good. That's a really good. You're in a good high layer as well. He's stacked, yeah. I think you're chilling. Blue tack is insane as well. This is really small and like probably overdoing it, but something that I see all the pros do, including Rex, is every time they edit to make a wall weak so they can see through, is they preemptively hold it, right? Because a mistake that I made, and I did this at DreamHack too, was when I edited a wall and made it weak, I like right click to zoom in so I can see more, right? But if someone ARs this, it's only 40 HP. It takes 2 bullets to break, and then third bullet hits you. And then I didn't, in DreamHack, I didn't have a big pot to heal back up. So yeah, just hold it for like 3 seconds until it gets to like 100 HP. But like the thing is, while you're holding, you can still look out, right? You can still accomplish what you're trying to do. That's just a small thing. It didn't punish you here though, but so you're chilling. Oh shit, there's some stuff in there. I wonder if you probably noticed that. I think that's floppers. Oh, okay. I see what happened. That's just a simple, I guess if you want to avoid getting shot here. Reset, like, yeah. So this is like an example of where you can use reaction time. Whenever this edits, he has swap delay, right? Like weapon swap delay, like he has to pull out a shotgun. You can instantly reset this. That's not a big deal there, so you can heal it up, but that is a thing. And also putting a cone in your box, because what happens is if he decides he wants to stare you on his edit, he actually can. And then you're behind the stair, and then you either have to edit down, which is dangerous in endgame because you don't know what's happening on the layer below you, and he can rush you in your box. And small thing, but not that big of a thing, but your back right is a little open. So you see this wall right here, this wall right here, the wall to the right of that is open. Right? So this is not full boxed. So someone can actually be watching. Getting the minis was good though. I would keep the minis over the bigs. Especially at this point in the game. And I'm glad you did. I hear a guy 1 layer above you. Couple things. Your mats should be more even. So what would happen if your mats were even, right? So when I say even, I mean like 3-3-3, 2-2-2, 4-4-4. Then you would have more space in your metal slot to pick up all the metal you saw there, right? And in general, you would be able to pick up more of everything. You get an impact frag, you'd be able to pick up more mats, right? That's number 1. Number 2, this is a stair tunnel. These 4 or 5 blocks right here is a stair tunnel. And I would wall to your right, because walling towards the direction of people is much easier. If you put your stair in this on the side where there's people, then what happens is that they're able to, not only they're able to wall you in, like they're able to literally jump onto your stair and wall you in, trap you, but they can AR spray your stair, and it's much harder to hold a backward stair than it is to hold a wall. Right here, I'm not sure if you meant to go up, but the layer below was completely free. My first thought is that second height seems to be the layer that you're on right now. This is pretty good. This is not your... Oh, that is your floor. Okay. Nice. That's sketch. Right? So you don't know if that guy would have edited you down. And the worst thing is if he edits the floor and he has a cone in his box, you're dead. You literally have no option. You're literally dead. You can't get out. You have to kill him or you're dead. And you have 6 floppers, right? So some people will cycle and do that. It's particularly floaters, right? If they have a cone floor, right? If they have a cone floor, it takes them way longer to edit, right? Edit both of them. And you can see it coming when they have a cone floor. You see the floor edit underneath, you know it's coming. So then you can react, you can jump up. The thing with the floor and running on the floor without jumping is that as soon as he edits, you fall and you're dead. There's 0 reaction time to it, and it's completely out of your control. He could be 1 HP and do it if he wants to. He could be absolutely stupid and do it, right? But he didn't. That's number 1. Number 2, you're probably second height right now, just based on what I've saw. Number 3, you haven't looked at height once, right? Height could be, you literally could be height right now, Sai. You don't know. You literally don't know if you're height. Or height's all the way in the back, and you being ahead, advantage of being ahead is that you can build up and then shoot back at height and then take height, right? Taking height in like first or second moving at the end of it is really, really strong. You pretty much win the game. This was good. But if the other guy actually hit his shots, you should have died in 2 shots. So, boxing, your full boxing is important. And you have healthy mats, right? When you have healthy mats, you should be not sitting on the edge, because what happens, if you think about moving zones is like a wave. It's like a tsunami, right? It's like a wave of people coming. But you can actually go in 1 or 2 more, and then what happens is that the tsunami that comes in doesn't crash into you. The only reason this guy engaged on you is because he just crashed into you. He has no choice. He has to go into zone somewhere, right? If you go with like 1 or 2 more, and then full box because you have found your metal, then you're chilling. And also another emphasis on the even thing. There's extra metal in here. You would actually be able to pick it up if you were even on your mats. Okay, so what I would do here is go back the same way you came. So do you see the map? Do you see my mouse? See how you're going up and then left? Number 1, this sticks out. So height can actually see you. If they have an RPG, they shoot you down and you fall. What you should do is actually go to the left where you came from, and then turn. Like go like 3 blocks from where you came from, and then go into your old box, and then turn inwards, right? Turn inwards into the circle. And if you need to change layer to make a clear path, you should change layer. But you're sticking out right now, right? So like you're in the open area. Your tunnel's all the way in the open. And if he has an RPG, even if it's metal, it completely breaks. The thing about open, like everyone on the map can see you and moving. If you're like, how do I... Suppose this is zone, right? Suppose high ground's like right here. This is high ground. And then there's a bunch of boxes like underneath on second height like this. Right? This is what you look like. Right? So then this guy can see you. This guy can see you. This guy can see you. Like everyone on the map can see you. Underneath and everywhere, right? But if you pretend like the circle's cut in half and you stick on this side of the map, then it's actually really difficult for everyone to see you, right? It comes with the cost of congestion, but there's less line of sight on there's only such a limited amount of people that can see you. That's one thing. Another thing is that sometimes this can be good, right? Like suppose zone pulls this way, right? And you're sitting right here. It could be good if there's like trees and stuff, right? If there's some trees, to just like drop from your box entirely, because you know everyone's condensed over here, and then use this tree line, because you know this side is completely uncongested, right? This side is completely uncongested. Use this tree line to just free rotate. There are situations where it's good to play on the uncongested side, but when it's completely empty and there's no builds, no trees, no nothing, and you're high up, it's actually very dangerous to do this sort of maneuver, right? In this case, this is the exact scenario what the game had, but zone pulled this way, right? So what I'm saying is go back to your old builds and then cut in like this. But what happened was like this, right? So then everyone can see you. Don't make yourself a target, right? There's 17 people in this game. Literally all 17 people. You know the situation where people server spray? That happens all the time, and it can also happen in moving, right? So that could happen here, but it just didn't. I wonder if you're gonna play floppers. Okay, good. Flopper too early, I think. So those 2 seconds, you should actually look out and observe. See, like, make a plan in your head. Use those time, and then flopper. Always flopper at 60. If you flopper at 60, it'll take 1 more time, and then you're at 50, and then you take a flopper, you go back to 100. This is fine. Exposed, actually very exposed there. So you know how people, once they're out of zone, right, they look back. Suppose this guy was looking back right now. He wasn't, but if he absolutely can be. He sees you standing still. It's probably the easiest shot of his life, especially if he's on controller or whatever. Just wall in front of you. Just this one wall here is fine. That's all. Yeah, you have way too many mats to be playing like this. That's exactly right. This is cool. So like the way you're playing right now, you're playing as if you have 50 builds. You don't. You literally have 400 metal and you could stair tunnel all the way to zone comfortably. What I would suggest right here is probably drop down. Yeah, drop down 1 layer, because you hear the people shooting above you. They're literally on this layer or the one above it, right? And then what you should literally do is just drop down on this layer and then use the mats on this right side. This is where you should be stair tunneling. See this right here? This area, this grid? Should drop down 1 and then stair tunnel here. No one's in that box. If you actually look, no one's in that box. That layer is completely free. These are old builds. That was a huge hit. You should block your top there. The cone was really good. The top square is completely open, and the same guy that shot you before could actually be ready to shoot you again. Because you know he's on the top layer, right? This is fine. You should, yeah, you should fully mini here. Tank storm again, honestly, you should tank storm again. To get that second mini off. You have floppers. Good idea, but your priority should be to get his zone and pop the second mini. This is great rotate right here, I think. This area is obviously free. You should start dropping because you have limited mats and you need to look for impact. You should be dropping here. Number one, there's a person on your layer, right? So you don't want that. Number two, you should be dropping because you're running out of mats. You only have 18 builds left, and I'm not even so sure if you can make it to this zone with that 18 builds. You probably can, but if someone decides to shoot at you, you're probably dead. Left hand peek, that's a little worrisome. If he's fast enough in edits, you should edit this right wall. If you want to take that fight. I actually don't even think you should be. Because the way this is set up, you see how this is like there's like a stair or cone here. If you edit this and start pickaxing this, he has a peanut butter edit on you. And you can't break the wall once he does that peanut butter edit because it's all fully hidden behind that stair or whatever. So what you should do is drop a couple layers. You don't even have to go full ground layer. Imagine your second layer, right? If you go to second layer and then box, what you can do is edit your floor and then shoot people from above. You can shoot the people on the ground layer from above. Yeah, you're too high right now for how much rounds you have, I think. If you need an impact, you should be dropping. That's a nice idea. Is there a guy in this box? That was a really, really good rotate. Okay, so couple things. This was good. This was really good, but there's still vulnerability here. Right? Number one, he can edit on you and then wall you in. He can box you in here. So when you place a stair, you should actually wall your front so you can have piece control and edit out. But it almost seemed like you can hear the shots, right? It almost seems like he's busy. He's literally busy. He's not worried about you. So I think you're fine. Piece control? Piece control. Piece control. You should piece control there. Wait. Probably no mats. You probably have no mats. Hold up. Yeah, 0. Okay, got you. You're showing. This movement was good. The problem is you should do it more. You should right peek this corner. Go to the extreme with this right peek. He's fully exposed right here, right? This guy can see the left side of your body fully, which means you can see your whole character model. He could. This is a little bit, right? He can see like half your body right now. Right now he can see all of it. So what I would say, do this. Take the first shot. Keep moving to the left. Sure, the zone's coming, but the zone is actually not that dangerous, right? Like it's not even gonna tick you once. Stand right here. You would be full HP if you did this. I wonder if this is gonna make a difference. It's actually not even a question of are you gonna get the kill. It's a question of are you gonna save HP. And he could have killed you, right? Yeah. Take less damage, exactly. Piece control. Piece control would win you the fight there. One shot's good. Actually, you should be further back so you can actually place this wall. It's kind of difficult too. Wall, edit cone, and he dies. You have math. You should cone this. You should cone that right away. On your last AR bullet, you see the HP of the stair. As soon as you see a number that's lower than 30, I guess that's how much damage your AR does. Take one more shot and then cone. The timing of AR cone is really difficult, but it's important. You can get it through this turbo and win the coin flip. This is good. No, block your top. The layer that's most important to block is always your top. Like, what is high ground doing, right? High ground is not doing nothing but looking down. So anytime you don't block your top, he's gonna it would be miraculous for him to not notice because he's always looking down. You should place floors not on top of you but ahead of you. Something Bizzle does is he always places floors in the grid box up in front of him. Like, you see that? Look. See this? See how you can place it here? You should place it here. More time to build, right? So it's higher HP and you're less flopper. Did he? I wonder if he floppered. Did you hit him white there? Yeah, you should notice that you have 110 builds here. You can actually full box. You can literally, at this point in the game, you can full box, flopper, double mini. But also, when you place this ramp, flick upwards super hard. No, like, you know, in creative, you always try to ramp over the other guy. Right here, if you ramp over him, his grappler, he gets stuck under the stair, and then he goes down. And then you have height. You have height. I actually don't even think flopper mini is the most important part. Sure, you could have floppered, but if you place that stair over him, I think you win by default. There's a lot of things in this video. That's good, though. I honestly learned some stuff and reinforced some ideas of my own. It's crazy how many things you can learn from a simple T1 scrim. T1. Everyone has access to T1, and people don't play. It's mind-blowing. But I absolutely agree that how would you know any of this stuff if you don't VOD review?